From the Marquee Media Studio inside Mark Tank, it's the Mark Haney Show.
Yes, this is the Mark Haney Show, and on a mission to ignite the entrepreneurial revolution right here in the hometown we love. And we do that partially by telling stories of people who are winning. That's a big piece of this. And it's all around building the backyard advantage, the most connected community in the world for local entrepreneurs. And today we're going to be talking to a couple of men who are from Thailand originally. They each have their own businesses. They became entrepreneurs after moving here from Thailand. They are both in the beer industry, so it's going to be fun. In fact, one of them brought some of his beers with us, for us, so we may even sample those. We'll see. But I think it's going to be a fun show. We're going to be learning about the craft beer industry and what it looks like here in Sacramento. We have Nate, Yungvanitsait, and New Boonkham, and they are with, Nate actually owns the University of Beer, which has locations all over Sacramento, and New owns Moksa Brewery, which has a couple of locations here locally in the Placer County area. So we're going to be talking to those guys. But first, let's just get to start with Nate. Has never been on the show, so I'm going to start with him. So Nate, let's get a little bit of your background. Welcome to the show, and maybe a little bit of your background. You've been here since 2002, moving here from Thailand.
Yes. So now I'm 35.
Okay.
Right. I moved here when I was 14. So been 21 years,
huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah,
do I sense a little bit of an accent still, or did you drop it all the way?
No, a little bit.
Okay.
Now I'm not 100%. I'm not good. I'm not 100% in Thai. I'm not 100% in English.
Okay.
So neither of them
so
are perfect.
Okay, so hey, that's just like all of us. We're a little bit, do the best we can.
Yeah. So moved here when I was 14 with my family, and when we moved here, my mom opened a Thai restaurant. So that's how I got into the restaurant world. And I'm still doing restaurant until today. But yeah, I started back then.
That's great. So that was right away.
Correct. Cooking after school. I'm done with middle school, high school, come in, start working. Not that my mom needed me to come and work also. I just really enjoy working in the restaurant, which is weird, right? It's not a lot of people are going to say that, but I love it. I love the customer service. I love the different challenges every day, coming up with new menu items, new, better technique that we can give better customer service.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I just enjoy doing it.
And then when did you open up the University of Beer?
2012.
Okay, so 10 years later, you're in your early 20s still at that point.
Correct.
And you open up University of Beer, and now you've got locations all over the Sacramento area.
Correct. 7 locations right now.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna dive back into this, but just so we get New on the show as well. So New, you are also here from Thailand, and originally you told me you guys were brothers, but you lied to me, didn't you?
Well, we are brothers.
Okay.
I mean, to me, he's my little brother.
Yeah.
Better looking, smarter, more handsome. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But we both are beer brothers as well. I mean, we are both in craft beer, and we are big in. We both start from the restaurant business as well. I still have mine. I think he retired his. Concentrate full time on UOB now, I believe.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, and a tiki bar.
And tiki bar, yes.
A tiki bar too. Okay,
he
we'll
has
have
a
to find
tiki bar
out
in
about
Davis.
that.
So just yesterday, just want to congrats. It's 1 year old.
Oh, the tiki bar is 1 year old.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations. So now Moksa. Talk to us about Moksa. You've got the location here in Rockland, and you make beer, and you've got all kinds of beer. You brought some with us.
Yeah, that's Light the Beam. That's a double
Light
hazy.
the Beam, which is I guess that's after the Kings celebration of Kings.
Yeah, we support local teams, so
is it
that's
okay if
our
I
way
open it up and try it?
Sure.
You guys want to open one?
Go ahead. Nate, would you like one, Nate?
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to only drink a little bit because I'm going to Pilates after this. We have, let's see, we got
Positive pressure.
Positive pressure.
Those are West
We got
Coast
Light the
pills.
Beam.
So it's basically is Pilsner dry hop like an IPA.
Okay.
So it's a new thing now. It's a lot of people liking it. I'm starting liking it as well because that's a style that you can drink a lot more.
Light the Beam is good.
Yeah, those are our latest batch. I think one of our best batch. It's got a nice softness, mouthfeel to it, lend to a nice juiciness, and then a touch of dryness in the finish.
Do you have like a spike in sales if the Kings win? Does that have anything to do with your?
For us, that's something that I'm always been a Kings fan, and it's something that this started a couple years ago, and when Light the Beam phrase had become popular, and we would do something, and then we just do double hazy, and after that, the rest is history. I mean, I always been a Kings fan, and it's something. It's important. Something shows your support to the Kings.
Yeah, for sure.
It's local
They're
teams. Yeah,
local team, good for Sacramento, good for. Good for a lot of entertainment. So Nate, let's walk back through your journey here. You moved here from Thailand. Well, that's got to be, for both of you guys though, a culture shock. Did you come straight into the Sacramento area from Thailand?
Yes.
Okay. So, did you speak any English?
A little bit.
Okay,
a little bit. Yeah.
So you come in, you're in impressionable age. You're in probably junior high when you come over, and then how big of a transition was that?
A lot, obviously, right? The language is the biggest different. But I think when you're young at that age, you adapt to new things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right. I say if I move to a random country right now, it's going to be a lot harder to adapt to a new lifestyle and all that kind of stuff.
I had a friend that moved here. I actually still work with him in one of our companies. He said he learned how to speak English by watching TV. And he actually took his name. He goes by the name Rick. And he got his name off of, I think it was from Ricky Nelson, and Here Come the Nelsons, some TV show with the name Rick. And so he grabbed that name. He's a Vietnamese guy.
Okay.
So is Nate your actual name, or did you
No.
grab that name from somebody?
People gave it to me.
Okay.
So my real name is Natanin.
Natanin.
Natanin Yungvanitsait, right? So no one really changed the last name because you don't call people by the last name. But the first name is very hard to say, Natanin.
Yeah.
So there's a couple options, Nathan or Nate. So just go with the shorter one, Nate. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, did you have the same issue where you jumped in real quick and blended pretty quick and didn't?
For me, is a bit tougher. As you can see, I still held on to my accent dearly. He probably got rid of most of his. And, acclimation to the culture, I guess. Probably growing up Sesame Street.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Bird helped me a lot. So yeah, for me is new. It just came from Anu Praiwan, which is my full name, but people don't call me that. They just call me by Nu.
So you are super outgoing. I went to the event that you had. You had an anniversary event at your place, and it was jam packed. And you were like the life of the party, helping us all embrace the celebration. Has that personality? That's got to be helpful when you're in the kind of business you guys are in.
Yeah, I enjoy I enjoy having a good time. If you come from planning stuff like that, I always call Nate. Like, Nate, hey, how you dissect this down? So Nate is pretty good with operation, and very good with customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm just going there and just party, pretty much.
I say I'm jealous of his personality.
Yeah, because he's so outgoing.
Yes,
I am too, actually.
I'm like, I want more of his personality, because if I have more of his personality, my business would be a lot better, right?
I think it would be good for all of us.
Yeah, because we are in hospitality business, right? Selling beer. And hospitality, because people go out to restaurant and bars because they want to meet with people. They want to talk to other people. And what Nu is very good at is building the community by connecting each other, random people, random customers together, right? So, and that's what it's about, and he's very good at it. So I'm very jealous.
Well,
I'm very
I am
jealous.
too, and I experienced that the other day when I was over at his place. But now you said 7 locations.
Correct.
Okay, so I know there's one in Rockland, one in Roseville, Folsom. Where's the rest of them?
So Davis is 2012, Midtown Sacramento 2014, 2017 Vacville, 19 Rockland. Oh man, 21 Roseville, 22 Folsom, 23 East Sacramento.
That's fast growth. What were the biggest challenges associated with that growth, and what inspired you to want to grow?
So okay, one, human, right? We work in hospitality, and we require a lot of human beings to do the work. So people growing as fast as the company, right? Doesn't matter how much money you have, you cannot buy experience. So how do we give people experience? We just been open for let's say 2 months, 3 months, right? So that is the biggest challenges.
Yeah, I can imagine. So one of the things that I see in restaurant industry is, and in a lot of fast food and even retail, there's a lot of turnover.
Correct.
Is that something that you guys have to deal with? Is just people trading the job as more like a stepping stone job? Hey, I'm doing it while I'm going to school, and then afterwards I'm going to go get more of a career type job.
And that is spot on.
Okay.
That is something that we get a lot of. Hey, this is not my career, so I'm not gonna commit 100%, right? Which unfortunately, but that's what we're dealing with. So my mindset on this is, yes, we gotta understand that they will not be with us long term, but while they're here, how can we develop them as a person, right? As a professional in this job. And then when they're done, hopefully they take some skill set and go be a leaders in their career field, right? Yeah. But while they're here, how do we treat them? What do we teach them to make them commit to our company while they're here? Right, that's what we're focusing on a lot. Not just, hey, I'll teach you how to serve, and that's it. Hey, let me teach you about life. Let me teach you, are you saving money this month? Are you investing?
Helping them with their personal finances.
Yes. How's your credit score? Have you opened credit cards yet? Right? Because a lot of people don't think. They think short term, okay? And they're young. So, hey, I have one credit card. And that's it. Or I don't need credit card because I pay everything cash. I'm like, well, hey, look at yourself 7 years from now. What if you want to buy a house? It's too late. You can't open a credit card in 6 months, buy a house, because when the lender look at your credit history, they look at how long you have the credit card for, right? What is your revolving credit lines and all that kind of stuff. So those are the things that I'm trying to teach all the employees, especially the younger one, 21, 22, right? That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. How about you, Nu? What kind of challenges do you run into at Moksa?
Challenges? For us, it's basically, having to deal with the equipment, to deal with the changing, market scene, and and dealing with personnel as well. And like Nate, I believe in empower employees. We have compared to the industry, we have relatively low turnover. So when our employees, they have a job and then they left. We have one guy been with us our tavern manager, Mike, has been with us for day one. Same thing with our lead, Thomas, been with day one. Paul's been there for 3-4 years. I have, I have, dude, Justin was there, and Justin still part of the team. What he moved to Incline. So, yeah, the team is very important.
Well, you guys make the beer too. That adds a complexity when, instead of just buying the beer and serving it, selling it, I suppose, you're making it. So you're a manufacturer.
Correct. And that comes with its own challenges. And for us, it's basically hops price right now is through the roof.
Oh.
And also, it's a very saturated market as well. We also, opened up Moksa Barrel House. You've probably been there once or twice. Partnered up with one of the best chefs around, Chef Mike of Pox.
Yeah, so you partnered with Hawk's Restaurant. A lot of people know them because they've got great food. And then you're partnering. So you basically took your brewery specialty, and mixed it with the Hawk's. Now, how is that? That's in Roseville. How's that working out?
Working out great.
Okay.
Probably, it's the market right there is more mom and pop, like families. So sandwiches, burgers, fries, wine, coffee. We serve most of our coffee, and we spare no expense. We bought like a top of the line coffee maker. That's $25,000, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, and also we bought the ice cream making machine, a soft serve. I believe it's like $30,000.
Yeah.
So we control everything in house. We control what's in it, all organic going in, amount of fat, amount of sweet, amount of salt and whatnot, and that's all chef. And chef is coming in every single week, twice a week, 3 times a week. He's pretty committed.
That's
and
great.
he always changes up his menu. As a matter of fact, we won best hot chicken this year at the chicken battle.
Ah, that's great.
And it's according to Bobby Williams, he's a known food critic around here, and our burger is top 2 in Sacramento region. So,
what about minimum wage? I know the fast food restaurants are dealing with minimum wage hike in the in the larger franchises and the larger companies, but it's affecting all of us, right? Isn't it? Is the minimum wage spike affecting you at all, or is there wage pressure?
Not so much for us, for University of Beer. Our staff actually make more than $20.
Yeah.
So
and they get they work off tips and things like that too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's not affecting us, but as of right now, it only happened for like 5 days. April 1st, today is April 5th. So far, nothing yet. But who knows? I predict there'll be some chain effect, but how much, that's going to be the question.
What's your thoughts on that, Neil?
Same. I'm in the same boat with Nate. We actually, our staff actually make way more than what they're proposing right now, because we do share tips.
Yeah.
So same thing with Barrel House, share tips. So because we can, because we are counter service, and the employees pretty happy, but I suspect, like Nate, I think the back end, like the food cost is gonna creep up.
Yeah, everything is going to cause a little inflation. Everything will go up a little bit. We'll pay a little bit more. Be paying $25 for a Happy Meal here.
Correct, because indirectly we'll get hit by that, because so let's say the factory, whatever we ordered things from, right now they have to compete the workers with the fast food restaurant. So the factory have to pay their workers more, which we buy stuff from the factory. The factory will charge us more. So indirectly, it will affect us. When? I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's coming. Thinking about, like, everybody, I mentioned at the beginning of the show that we have a backyard advantage, and really it's becoming the most connected community in the world for local entrepreneurs. And we always, I think when we start a business, we want to create an advantage for ourselves. We want to create some kind of competitive edge. Have you done that at University of Beer? Do you feel like you have a competitive edge? And if so, what is it?
Okay. Competitive edge. One, in the craft. Okay. For my brand, right, we're a craft beer bar and a restaurant. My competitive edge would be, since I work in the restaurant since I was 14, cooking is my thing. So a lot of the menus in at the restaurant are Thai influence, right?
So they've got your special sauce or secret ingredients.
So a lot of bar owners, right? Their background is not cooking.
Okay.
So there'll be a lot of struggle with cooking side. They can run the bar, but the cooking they can't do as well, right? For me, I actually did both before I started university of beer, both bar and the restaurant. So I'm very good
That's
at both
good.
of them.
Yeah. No, you use the term bar. Do you guys have a full bar, or is it just beer?
We do.
Oh, I didn't
bar.
realize that.
Correct.
So do you sell like hard alcohol and stuff like
correct.
that? Okay. Is that an advantage? I mean, because it costs a little bit more or a lot more to have a full liquor license, right?
Correct. Advantage, we're trying to offer varieties, and not everyone drink beer.
Yeah.
Right? Gluten allergy, or they just don't
How's your
like
margaritas? You guys make good margarita over there?
Yes.
Okay.
We use fresh lime juice in our margarita, so not the pre-mixed stuff. So it's very good. Yeah.
I love it. All right, New, you got a competitive edge? You got a cheat code or anything like that in the way you go about your business?
Cheat code's our staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, our staff, the way they treat our customer, the way they love their job, the way they For me, another thing is basically our quality. For me, quality is very important. Our product, as you can see here, we spare no expense. We use some of the best hops.
Yeah.
When we use, like, for example, we use hand select Citra. Elsewhere maybe like $15. Hand select Citra can go up to $30 to $45 a pop. So, in our barrel program, I mean, I'm willing to sit on it for like 2-3 years.
Okay.
So that the quality come through, and the people in the company and our product.
Yeah, just be better. Yeah. Versus some of these larger chains have a trouble giving the kind of quality that maybe a smaller independent can do, and you're obviously doing that. I mean, I feel it when I go in there. So very cool. Okay, so thinking about vision, great businesses tend to have visionary leaders. What's the vision for University of Beer moving forward over the next 3, 5, 10 years? More locations? Any changes coming?
Possibly international. Possibly.
Okay.
So in Thailand, University of Beer brand is actually well known in the craft beer scene in Thailand.
Oh.
Yes. So
that's the vision. Not now, but that's the vision.
Yes. There's couple approach that they want to buy the brand and do something in Thailand. But I don't think Thailand market is ready yet because of the law and regulations with craft beer. Right, we pride ourselves on the selections of craft beers at each location. Each location we have more than 30 different taps, 30, 35 depending on the location. Now, if we were to take UOB, University of Beer, and open up in Thailand right now, we cannot get 30 or 35 different craft beers.
Okay.
So that is the challenge. That's why I said 3 to 5 years. Hopefully the law change, and that's when we can. Okay, cool. We'll go in.
So you're not allowed to have so many beers now. I thought anything goes in Thailand.
except craft beer. You're not wrong.
My wife wants to go to Thailand. I'm like, honey, are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know that you want me to go to Thailand.
Mm-hmm. you should go. Other than beer, it's very fun, and pretty much everything goes.
That's fun.
The law in Thailand on craft beer is very strict. So there are 2 or 3 big brand out there.
Okay.
And that's about it. For anyone to enter the market is very, very, very expensive. So it's really keeping a lot of I should not use the term a lot, everyone out of the market.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
But when that law change, the smaller breweries can start produce more and sell more product. That's when we can start buying different stuff rather than just what is available right now.
Okay, I understand. So, Nu, what's the vision for Moksa?
Thailand too.
Maybe.
Well, for us, it's basically grow slowly. So I believe it's basically, slow does it. So keeping up our quality and perfect our craft until we feel and believe that we can expand. And that's, talking to, and of course, our partner is important as well, Chef Mike at Hawks. So maybe another tap room if we can handle. So basically, we need expand our tap room first, the brewing process. So we pretty much at our capacity right now.
Yeah.
This year we're on pace to do 16 to 2,000 barrels, and that's about it. That's pretty maxed out.
Well, sounds like a lot.
So, well, when you compare to Russian River or compare to even our friend at Ghost Town who does 12,000 to 14,000 a year, our 1,600 is not big at all. But shout out to Ghost Town though, one of the best brewery around.
Okay. So you guys, you're immigrants, and this is one thing that I've noticed over the years is that people come to America and they outwork us. They outwork the rest of us, the ones that have been here for a long time, a lot of times. How important is work ethic in terms of your success?
I say 100%.
Okay.
Luckily for me, I truly enjoy and love my work, what I'm doing, right? And I'm not even lying. Like I truly enjoy doing it. So
if you pick something you love,
I say so, yeah. And so it's not work really. It's like you have a hobby, right? So it's always fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun, and that's me. I don't have a problem working 7 days a week, right? My wife, she also does not have a problem working 7 days a week because we just enjoy and love what we're doing. And maybe I'm just lucky and just fall into something that I love and enjoy. But I mean, if I'm willing to do 60, 70 hours a week, and my competitor only wanting to do 40, 35, I mean, obviously we'll be ahead of the competitors.
Well, I'm sure you've had a little bit of luck along the way, but the work ethic, as you described, if you can find a way to make work fun, that's because you designed your organization in a way that you are doing things that you love. You love building, you love creating, you love helping people, and you've created a life that allows you to do that. So some people might call it luck. I call that design, and I respect it tremendously. So what about you, Nu? Do you feel like you have a different kind of work ethic than maybe average, and has that helped you?
Pretty much the same like everybody else. I think in my view, I think everybody works hard. Like folks like him, he probably work harder than me. But for me, I only know how to work. My dad taught me, you don't work, you don't eat. And he's a farmer. He go to work from suns up, come back home suns down. And that's the life I saw my dad in, and me, who am I to complain? So when I was at ATG, Auburn Tech Garden, when I started back in 2008, the first 3 years, I lost like 40 pounds.
Oh, because you're working so much.
I'm putting in about 20 hours a day.
Oh, goodness.
When everybody left, or they were doing sauces, back then only me and my wife had to, when she done with her work, she had to come home, take care of the kids. And now we're a little bit better now. I'm only down to 14. But it is work, And at Moksa, I'm pretty fortunate actually to find a great partner in Scott and Corey's. And those are my two partners. And Derek, shout out to Derek, but he left and started his own stuff. So, at Go Brewing Company down in San Diego, amazing brewery. So if you guys were down there, go check them out.
What's it called?
Goal.
Goal?
Yeah.
Goal?
Yep. Goal.
Okay, Goal Brewery.
Yeah. So for me is at Moksa, I'm pretty lucky, and of course our new partner with Chef Mike is amazing as well. So for me, I'm kind of lucky that way. But hard work, yes. Most of my incomes are coming from the restaurant. Mm-hmm. I haven't 6 years now. I haven't, as a business owner, you know how it goes. You invest long term, and and I believe in what we're doing. I believe in Corey. I believe in Scott, and I believe in our staff. I think it's for me, I'm lucky. And my responsibility, my work is pretty at Thai Garden, which we love doing that as well, like Nate said. And my wife is, I gotta give credit to her. She's the one who's running the restaurant right now, and she is, she's everything, pretty much. Yeah.
Just final question for both of you, because obviously you guys have had success. You figured it out, probably in many ways, with less advantage than a lot of us have growing up here as little kids. You came in and had to figure it out. So maybe I'll just start with you, Nate. Just last question. Any advice for people who have to figure it out in order to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Don't quit too early. Right? People quit generally I see about 2 to 3 years mark, but you're not that good at that, whatever you're doing yet. So you don't enjoy it as much. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said don't quit too early. Wait a couple more years, 5 years. When you put about 10,000 hours into something, that's when you become an expert. Right? And then at that point, if you're not enjoying it, fine, go do something else. But don't do it 2 to 3 years. It's like that's like right in the middle, and that's make or break period. Right? You're at the point like, man, I'm not very successful yet. Why am I keep wasting my time? Just wait a couple more years, 2 more years, wait until 5. And at 5, at that point, that's when you make your decision. But generally, I say at 5 years, you're good.
Don't quit too early, because at 5 years, sometimes there's a breakthrough that you don't expect, where it starts getting fun, you start becoming more successful, or maybe just that difference in your ability, you learn more. Yeah, you're better. How can you be good with such a short period of time? Because generally, the first 1 or 2 years, you're not really designing the system. Really, you're working in the system, right? At that point, you're starting, so there's not a lot of revenue coming in, but you're working so much. At year 2, I'm like, man, year 2 to year 3, I kind of make some money. Should I hire more people? And then you decided to hire someone. Then they come in. Then you see your P&L. I'm like, from green, now I'm like in the blacks. I'm doing this for 3 years. Why am I in the black? But technically, you're reinvesting in your business, right? So got to wait a couple more years. In a couple more years, you're going to see the green. That's how I look at it. And I see so many people who just quit too early. I love it. New, final question. Advice, thoughts?
How can you follow that up, right? For me, it's basically be prepared for what you're going to do and take a chance. Because if you just be prepared in 10 years and you don't jump in the pool, you ain't get that fish.
Yeah.
So for me, it's basically, do due diligence, persistent, and take a chance. Take risk. If you don't take risk, you don't get paid. And like he said, persistent and be prepared. Most important thing is just like, like for me, I always been a drinker all my life, like a beer drinker. So I went into something that I know and get partnered up with some important people, more smarter than me and better maker than myself. I don't make beer, I just drink beer, just to give you a perspective. But in the restaurant, I was a waiter first, and then I'm like, why make everybody rich when I can do it myself? And I start jumping in the pool with, I have $150,000. I invest everything in it. And at first, when you sell like $200, it's pretty scary. And and that's what it is like.
Let me. It's funny that he mentioned the $200 because I remember the first day that my mom opened the restaurant in 2002. The first day we sold $14.
Oh boy.
Yep.
What was her reaction?
Well, I mean, the first day we didn't tell anyone that we're opening, so some random people. So it's not like publicized that we're opening.
Yeah.
But I'm looking back today to back then, like $14. But you just gotta believe in yourself, the product that you're selling. But yeah, $14.
Be prepared. Take a chance. Don't quit. And just keep on trucking. Take a risk. You guys are special. I know you're not technically brothers, but you're brothers in beer, brothers from Thailand. And thank you for helping shape the Sacramento craft brewing industry and giving us a fun place to go to once we get off work or at lunch. And I guess at breakfast over at Moksa Barrel House. So anyway, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
Mark, for
us
having
here.
Us,
yeah, thank you, Mark.
You bet.
Thanks for watching today's show. My goal for every episode is that you find a takeaway, something tangible you can use in your business today. And if you have a comment about a favorite takeaway, feel free to put it in the box below. And if you have a topic that you'd like me to bring up on the show, don't forget to let me know. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship. Because at Haney Biz, we are always by your side.